Centrifuge balancing is one of the most overlooked skills in the lab. It looks simple. Just place the tubes opposite each other, right? But when it's done incorrectly, the consequences range from noisy vibrations to broken samples to serious equipment damage. So what does balancing a centrifuge actually mean? At its core, centrifuge balancing is about one thing. Make sure mass is evenly distributed around the rotor. When a centrifuge spins, it generates centrifugal force that pushes everything outward. If the weight is uneven, the rotor doesn't spin smoothly, it wobbles. Think of it like a washing machine. If all the clothes bunch up on one side, the whole machine starts shaking. A centrifuge behaves the same way, except it spins much faster and with much higher force. So what are the rules that govern how balanced a centrifuge will be? You don't want to just focus on volume, but same mass or weight. This is because different samples have different densities. For example, water versus blood, or a buffer versus a glycerol solution. Two tubes with the same volume can have different weights, and that's enough to unbalance a centrifuge. If we take a look at the simplest scenario where you have two tubes, if you have two tubes, balancing is straightforward. You place them directly opposite each other. This creates equal force on both sides of the rotor, allowing smooth spinning. And what if you have one tube? You cannot spin a single tube. No, never ever. Instead, you can create a balanced tube. So here's where you take another tube of the same type, you fill it with water or buffer, adjust until it matches the weight of your sample. Then you place them opposite each other.